You are the silent one. You're the quiet one. You don't really speak much. You just watch, observe, you just gather information and you just process it internally. But you don't really speak much. And so people like to make it seem like you're incompetent because of that fact. People like to make it seem like your opinion don't matter or you don't count or you don't have nothing to offer because of that fact. They are so wrong. Oh my goodness. When I tell you that the person that puts in a lot of that work, the person that's skilled, highly gifted in multiple different areas, are the ones that's quiet. They're the ones that sit in the back or that know their place, right? And they let others shine. They don't have no problem letting others shine because they're confident in their abilities or they're confident in what they know. Or they're just quiet, collecting information, not to harm, but just a lot of people absorb more information than others, right? So we all know, right? You're in school and there's that one guy in the back of the classroom. He got a few friends, but people don't really mingle with him much. He's really by himself a lot of times. And the one time he speaks, or that time he opened up his mouth and speak, and he just talks so eloquently and his cadence is all just perfectly structured and his voice is all deep. And people are like, dang, he was hiding all that. And he answers the question with such, I don't even know the word, but boy, he answered that question very well. And people are blown away. They're like, dang, he could talk. He speaks very well. But those are the people that get counted out a lot of times because they're quiet. You matter too. Just because you're quiet does not mean you don't matter. And for people out there that are outspoken, that are extroverts, that shout things out, with be it right or wrong, or that just has to make themselves seen, or that just has to be the one. Some people just can't sit passively. Some people just have to really just get up and just say something. Please do not overlook the quiet ones. The quiet ones are the people you want in your corner. They're the ones that see things that you overlook because you're so busy performing. You're so busy talking. They are the ones that see things that you overlook. They're the ones that while you're talking, they're processing things in their minds and they are looking at every possible scenario of a situation to deem this is the best path or that's the best path. They're the ones that sit and doing research on random things. They see something random and they're like, well, I wonder how this works. They're the ones that's picking the world apart and researching every aspects of the world so that they can understand the world. Hence, while there are some people on the other end of that coin that just puts the world in a box or see the world as one way or the other, and there's no in between. But these quiet individuals are highly intelligent. You're highly intelligent. You just process things on a higher scale. You just have a very, very high attention to detail. And you're confident in your place, in your position. You're confident being the one that's quiet and letting your talents and your gifts show up. However that gift and that talent is, or whatever it may be, you let that show, you let that shine. And whenever else you have an opportunity for a gift or a talent, then it will shine at that time. But you don't try to force yourself to the front if it just doesn't naturally happen. And a lot of people misunderstand that. They think that because you're not forcing yourself to the front, that well, you just don't want to fit in or you can't fit in. A lot of times you're happy being amongst people that's different from you because then you get to learn. You are learning the world. A lot of people don't even have the capacity to even figure out themselves and their own problems. But you have the capacity to learn, to want to understand different people. That's why you get along in so many different rooms. God, ooh, you are a blessing from God. I'm telling you, you are a blessing from God. The world needs more of you. You're quiet. You see things. You process things at a higher frequency. You're intuitive. You connect deeper with people. You're more authentic. And you just have a bunch of tools in your toolbox. Your toolbox is not just a wrench and a screwdriver and a pliers. No, you have so many different tools in your toolbox. So many different tools for so many different things. You are the person that everyone should want to befriend. But because you're so quiet, people write you off as insignificant, as unimportant. Same difference. People just write you off. But if they knew you had been used, if people like that, they use you up. So maybe it is a gift, a blessing. Why You're overlooked in some spaces just to protect yourself so you don't exhaust yourself with the wrong people. And it may be a lonely world and it may be a lonely walk, but you were made for it, and you just keep being yourself, keep being authentic. You are a blessing. Trust and believe you're a blessing. And if somebody has a problem with you being quiet, be confident in yourself first. Be confident in yourself, because anyone that has a problem with you being quiet is not confident in them. They're not confident in them, and they're not to be trusted. That's a conversation for another day. So, like this video. Thank you.